Losing is not a good feeling, I admit it. As a soccer player, you always want to win.
Wins definitely feel a lot better, but losses, I think, spark a fire in us a little bit more, trying to get us to come out and win.
If you're scoring, you get recognized, and defense doesn't get really recognized as much, so it's hard to really show yourself that much on defense and get higher in the rankings. Like there's like one defender in the top 10, so.
I'm not really worried about the rankings, to be honest. I'm just playing. I feel like if I think about the rankings, I think about it too much, so I'm just playing and helping the team win.
The player that thinks this is my last chance or thinks this is my only chance, that player fights harder. That player doesn't quit. That player doesn't look for shortcuts. That player is a warrior. That's the player that we want in our locker room.
None of these players are on the radar of pro soccer.
Yeah! Let's go!
For many, it's their last chance to reach their dream. For some,
One, two, three.
it's their only chance.
That is embarrassing.
The pro game moves at an elevated pace, and to see who can play and think in a quick game, we put the players on a smaller field. The small field gives the coaches a way to see the players under extreme pressure and having to make quicker decisions. The Sogility Training Center provides the small-sided environment. Coaches stand back and let emotions and adversity play out.
Let's play on three! 1, 2, 3, let's move!
Nice, guys. Good faith. Well done, well done. Yeah. You got me back.
Jack Kirby has been a soccer player from an early age and through his time at DePaul University in Indiana.
My dad's a doctor, a trauma surgeon, and then my mom is the executive director of a nonprofit. I have a younger brother who's going to be a sophomore in high school. He's 15. He just got his permit. So when I'm not here, I'm helping him drive, which has been funny. The month of June, I was living on campus where I go to school, DePaul University. And after that, July 1, I came home, and then I just come here on weekends. So it's been nice to be home and hang out with him. Right before COVID hit, January of 2020, I lost my grandfather, who I was very close with. When I was first born, I was born in Chicago. We actually moved in with my grandparents, like including my parents, so we all lived under the same roof. And especially when my parents were working full-time, my grandfather and my grandmother, who's still with us, was like second parents to me, and I loved living with them. And obviously when we moved away to St. Louis, I still saw them all the time. And my grandfather was a great man, and so many people were able to come to his funeral, and that really was just amazing to see how many people he touched, because it was nice. He deserved that. I always like to see the improvement. Like, I like to make videos and highlight tapes of year by year to look back at them and be proud of how far I've come. Even like my high school highlights, I'm not even proud of, but like it's just great to see how much I've improved, and I don't even think I'm close to hitting my ceiling, and I just like to keep improving, and it's just great. I definitely think I was a late bloomer in a lot of ways. Even getting to DePaul, I mean, I probably emailed, every school in our conference and every school in the country. I just wanted a chance, and DePaul just was a great fit for me. I like fighting for a spot, fighting for a position, and I've definitely found comfort in the unknown. I think everyone thinks they deserve more time, but DePaul is a good team, and I was just happy to get the 10 starts that I did and help the team in any way I can. I've done a lot of tryouts, nothing ever like this, but I think just knowing that soccer isn't rocket science. It doesn't matter who I'm playing against or who my teammates are, even if I don't know their names. Like, I know how I can impact the game, I know my strengths, and I know what I can do, and I shouldn't be afraid anytime I step on the field. I've watched a lot of Indy 11 games now. I think everything that they do on the field, I know I can do, but I think they're doing it 90-95% of the time, and they're not making mistakes. And maybe I'm 75-80%. So I still have a long way to go, but I know I'm capable of playing at that level.
Well done, Vlad. Good finish. I feel like we're just moving the ball around really well. We trust each other, and the play's on my side of the field. I feel like when we do get scored on, it hasn't been on my side of the field. And I feel like I've just been fortunate enough to play pretty good ball. So I'm okay going up and up a little bit each week, as long as by week 10. I want to be ideally number 1, but top 5 is okay for me.
You have too many on the field. You have way too many on the field. Who's in back? Hey!
Who has some suggestion about like bad stuff and good stuff?
Just move the ball a little quicker, but I don't think we need to dribble as much in the middle necessarily.
Two touch,
yeah.
Weak side break is on if they swarm a little.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's that long switch to the corner.
We opted to go with some small-sided stuff because what we want to see is under more pressure, with less time, what kind of decisions do they make? You know, sometimes when you got a bunch of amateur players, you got a lot of time, you got a lot of space, you make really good decisions, but when you get pressed like you would in the pro game, you have less time, you got less space. So how quickly can these guys think? One of the things we get to see with that is who are the leaders? Who are the guys that step up in those huddles and say, here's how we're gonna play, here's what's gonna be successful. When we put a warm-up out there, and we don't give anybody, we don't name a captain, who's going to be the guy that grabs that group and says, this is what we're doing? So that's a great chance for us to see some leadership skills in these guys.
Come on! No, man, no!
I really enjoyed the small-sided fields. You know, I almost wish we did a little bit more of that, but at the same time, you know, the real game's the 11, or at least the game that the 11 play is on the big field. So I feel like the pace is higher, 100%. You know, the spaces are so much tighter. There's more chances, but there are also more creative chances, right? Versus the big field, sometimes we kick and run. In here, we really have to combine. And so it's nice to see the guys who have that little bit of extra flair and that little turn into out of pressure to get them out of it. It really shows out here.
6v6 is so much different than 11s, especially when you're indoors using the wall and everything. It gets kind of crazy in there.
Wait this back! Play out! Good.
I think the second group that went in picked up the intensity a lot, pressed them. We got some turnovers in their defensive third, and we put away some chances, and that really switched the tide from how it was going at the start. And then intensity fell off towards the end. I think right now, to start today, I'm on a good foot, so hopefully I can keep that going and keep scoring throughout the rest of the day.
I get so mad at myself when I make mistakes, and that's just a thing that I have to deal with, and the way I deal with it is just making the next save. You know, doing the best I can on the next one, just letting the next one go.
I like these mornings, this kind of mornings, start my day with football. I think there is no better morning than that. Either work or game, that's how I like to start my day. Every tryout is different because everyone wants to stand out. I know I can make the difference, but I like to respect the game and play with people. But sometimes you expect the ball, you don't have it, so it's more attitude. So I worked on that, every day I reflect.
The only way we're going to win is score 1 and play defense. Or score 2, play defense.
Score 5 and play defense.
Yes, but we got to play smart. We can't just go out there and chasing the ball. They're going to score quick.
Yeah.
They got good players. They got good defense.
Hey, look, did I?
I'm just saying, we won the game. We won the game. We won the game, bro.
Don't go personal at me. Don't go personal.
One at a time, boys.
Don't try to go personal on me. I'm telling you, don't try, bro. Don't try. Who gave you assist? Who gave you assist?
Last game.
Who gave you assist, bro?
We're 3-0, boys. We're winning.
Let's keep it going. Let's win one more, and then we can sit down and discuss.
Is it pertinent what you said?
No, it's not personal.
Thank you. No, I said pertinent. It was not pertinent what you said.
What happens on the grass stays on the grass. We're all friends.
The turf.
Hey boys, we got one more. We got one more win in us, yeah? Team on 3! 1, 2, 3, team!
For unit!
When I have the opportunity to just say something positive to a teammate, I tell him also something a hard truth, because that's how you grow. It's not because you see someone shouting at you or anything that it's bad. Yeah, people might think, but at the end, for me, sometimes it helped me, someone shouting at me. So that's it wakes you up. But there's also a manner to deliver, and I take responsibility. Sometimes emotion goes and you don't deliver the message in the proper way. So that's why sometimes you have to opt for the silence better than anything else.
Good, win. Keep it in. Lovely, lovely. Oh my gosh, keep going. Hey. That's good. My bad.
At the heart of Kendall Hamilton's soccer journey has been an intense, competitive spirit. His personality inspires others. It's just who he is. His speed is a separating factor of his game.
I was a pretty active kid. I was always outside, you know, playing with the neighbors. I played sports everywhere. I played sports from soccer to baseball, basketball, tennis. I ran track. And I started at midfield, and then I was just like the fastest kid, so they threw me at outside back. And then I played that for a few years. And then when I got to high school, I went back to midfield, and then in club, I went to forward. And then in high school, I went back to defense, and then I went back to forward. So I kind of just played all over the place, but I would say my favorite position's up top. I wanted to play soccer in college, and I did want to make my education like the main priority. So when I went to Ohio State, I was like, okay, so if I don't find anything like in the engineering world, obviously there's other options I could explore. I'm kind of a chill guy, you know. I like to play video games with my family and my little brother. I like to hang out with him all the time. I try and push him to be the best soccer player he can be as he gets older and is starting this process of going from high school to maybe playing college soccer. Off the field, like, I'm pretty chill, but on the field, like, I just hate losing. So a lot of times I think that's where like the jerk aspect comes out, because I just refuse to lose. I had heard of Indy 11, but the fact that they're doing this program is pretty cool. And I think it's just like an opportunity for, you know, people that play at either small schools or like don't play in college at all to kind of get looked at, you know? And even if like you don't get that pro contract that we're all fighting for at the end of the day, it is like a good way to get your name out there. So then like, let's say some other school hears about you, you could also, you know, reach out to them.
Where is that pain? Have you rolled your ankle before?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like worse than the last time, or kind of like same?
Probably about the same.
Can you push my hand in? Okay, can you push me out?
Out is a little more, yeah. I can probably play, but it's a little sore.
Yeah. How bad is it? Push me in?
It doesn't hurt when I go in.
Push me out?
It just hurts when I go out.
I played most of my life in the goal, right? So it's been a long time since I've really competitively put on the gloves, but it's also very different playing at this level with people that are training hard and listening to instruction and working hard as a team. Some of these guys are really good at their movement behind the lines. You know, they're offsides in an outdoor game, but they're checking back in and weaving, and so helping the center backs especially and the outside backs understand where the other guys are so they can pay attention to what's in front of them. That's what I feel like my job is back there.
Trey Buck is one of the oldest in the undrafted program. An incredible goalkeeper. His soccer IQ and wealth of experience definitely put him in an elite category.
I knew when I graduated I wanted to do soccer and engineering, and so I chose Ohio State, and that was fun. My academics suffered, and to be honest, they had some really great players on that team that was going to be really tough to beat out. So between just not knowing exactly how I was feeling about it, I had moved back home, was living with my parents, going to community college, trying to figure it out, you know, not lose too much hope, but keep going. I got into a business program here in Indianapolis. I knew I wanted to work in business at that point. So my goals had changed with college and education. That led into now 15-year-long software career, which has been great. The love of the game is built into me, and I'll hopefully be playing until I'm 80. And if not, I'll certainly be watching and cheering, hopefully my son on, and it's ingrained in our family. So, you know, they're super supportive of me doing this. I can't say that I would expect a long career at the professional level at this age, but to be able to look back on life and be able to say that I did it and I was good enough, that would feel pretty damn amazing.
Here, I'm right here.
I used to play wing and striker and these things when I was a bit more spry, so now I can cover, I can track, and hopefully read the game a little bit as it happens in front of me and help the others, you know, around me do that so we can be a better team. I think there's a lot of learning that happens in that last sort of phase of your career, because you start to understand I am not as fast as I used to be. I cannot rely on my physical attributes, so I have to be smarter about the game and how it happens in front of me. So I'll take the hate all day long, and I'm just gonna go play my game and, you know, do the best that I can every day in any position on the field that you put me in. I enjoy getting to know all the guys and playing together and really building some rapport and camaraderie, and I think it reflects on the field, hopefully, the you know, chemistry that people have together. That is one of the challenges when they switch it up every week. You don't know who you're going to play with. The goal actually was a little bit of a trip down memory lane because I really haven't put the gloves on competitively in a long time, but muscle memory, just sheer repetition in my brain through many years. I think in the end, my quality probably exists more in goal, and my legs at, you know, almost 40 are you know, probably telling me to get in goal a bit more, but, you know, I'm in good fitness and form, and I'm going to keep playing as much as I can.
Yes, good finish.
During the pandemic, Trey dedicated himself to fitness and weight loss and lost 60 pounds.
And as the weight started to come off, you know, it was more and more apparent. I go back and look at pictures of myself, and I wasn't, you know, particularly overweight per se. But, you know, having kids is hard, and you're at home a lot, and you eat whatever mac and cheese is left over, and that's all good. But, you know, kids are grown up a bit more now and a little more self-sufficient, and my wife and I can take turns going to the gym and supporting each other in that way and maintaining our health.
The clock is ticking with only 2 opportunities left to earn a spot in the December minicamp. For some, quality and communication improves. For others, it erodes.
I think too much dribbling. Not enough 1 to 2 touches. That's what you get in sports, right? You get egos. You know, guys wanna show their skills.
Let's play together. Listen to me. I'm talking. Let's go. Our defensive block is our main problem. We only have Flores. He kept playing alone here since we began. You guys, everyone want to score. Stay 5 up. It's not football what you're doing. It's professional tryout. You stay 5 up. Are you serious? It's a team play, small-sided. Everyone moves. There's no striker, no defense. Everyone moves. Let's go.
Shoot. Good job. Good, buddy. We don't have too much time, so everyone's trying to play as much as possible, but we got to make sure everyone's still fresh on the field. So it's the little give and take that you got to have, but no one wants to come out ever. No one wants to sub.
Take a shot. Nice. Yeah. That's how we play. As a team. Good job.
There's all sorts of stuff that happens that's going to knock you off your game. You're not here because you're not passionate. You're passionate. You love the game. You want to win, and that's great. And what I saw out here today was situations of it's a bad call, that, you know, touched in the box, didn't touch it in the box, we're fighting over points, and then all of a sudden play starts eroding. You start getting physical instead of playing soccer. And when your confidence gets tested and you fall apart, you can't make it at the next level.
The top 10 players from this week are Tyler Murphy, Flynn Sheehan, Enrique Gonzalez, Tyler Gaynor, Salvador Garcia, Caleb King, Toyi Anaclet, Usman Kamara, Kendall Hamilton, and Vlad Pertiatko. Coming up on Undrafted.
So I got 21 in the yes column. We have 4 circled yeses.
If I was to take the 2 players we're talking about right now over him, I would do both.
All the games have played out. Everything has finished. And now it gets real. Coaches are tasked with deciding who moves on to phase 3. Those players will participate in a minicamp with the coaching staff of the Indy 11 first team. The stakes are incredibly high, and there's really nothing left to prove. All the games have been played. Who impressed? Who's on the bubble? Who's out? Every player has dreamed of the professional contract. For many, this has seemed unreachable, but now it's possible. After the coaches built the final group, the invitations started going out to the players.
All you do is talk.
I think a better, wise idea is to leave because there are 6 men leaving. Wise idea for me to go here. Hey, how are you? Hey, you know what happened there? We did good. Yeah, good job.
Come back here. Don't go to Papa. Papa is not involved in this. Papa is not involved in this. Come here, it's me and you. 1v1.
You know when the loser cannot find any solution to win, he calls the opponent
Exactly.
cheater.
Then you cheated. When the loser don't find solution to win, they cheat. That's what you do. You ran out here. It's like we won.
Hey,
when your team didn't win,
ran out here.
You ran out here. We won. Where you going? Come out here. If you're gonna talk smack, you have to talk smack the whole time. Why you ran out here and say we won?
It's not
That
MMA.
mean you lose.
It's not MMA here. I'm not gonna like talk in the mic. I finished the game. I don't talk. I don't care.
What's the matter?
This guy think it's MMA conference. No, I don't talk.